All right, I think I'm back. I don't know what in the world was going on there. Yo, if you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. Drop a 1 in the comments if you can still hear me. Drop a 1 in the comments if you can still hear me.
You are now listening to the Take Notes podcast with yours truly, Fat Boy Finesse, exploring every note one take at a time. We talk about all things fragrance, the community, and the industry. So if that's your type of vibe, then you're in the right place. Party people, Fat Boy family, you know what to do.
Relax and take notes.
Hey, party people, Fat Boy family. All right, so y'all can still hear me. Okay. I never really go live on Sundays, so maybe that's what's causing the issue. I don't know. Every time I get ready to go live or record or anything, I restart my machine. My Rodecaster just did something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with that. Nonetheless, man, happy Sunday, man. Hope you guys are having a great day. So we got ones. Rock T, what's going on, my guy? We got Joel in the building. We got Noah Novice. We got Gator in the building. We got Carlton in the building, man. Hey, man, I'm just glad to see y'all. We got Trayvon in the building. We got Dame in the building. What's good? I appreciate it. As y'all continue to come in the room, man, definitely drop your sin of the days. Again, I tell you, when I want to kind of have a dialed back conversation, this is not necessarily going to be about specific fragrances. This episode is more so going on the podcast. So what I will do is actually basically do this live for you guys. So it's kind of like a sneak peek, and then I'll chop this up and actually throw it on Apple, Spotify, all of that stuff. JR, what's good? Andy, Larry, I see all of y'all. Amiwan. But yeah, definitely as you're coming in, continue to hit the like button, subscribe. Since IRL, oh yeah, I know you smelling good, fam. Hey, let somebody know. First of all, if you're interested. Oh, I know that joint is crazy, bro. I know that joint is crazy. Yo, if you're interested or you know somebody who is interested in starting creating content, let them know I'm live. What I'm trying to do is integrate more. So the hype is real, Carlton? Okay. If you say it's real, forget the sample. We're gonna have to get a full bottle. I'm trying to integrate, previous experience, my past experience, what I do on a normal basis, and bring things all together. So if you've been thinking about starting, a YouTube channel, maybe even TikTok, Instagram, this, that, and the third, you don't know what to do. You don't know where, you can start. You're out of your mind. Dame, it might not be until next week, honestly, just because, all the kids and stuff is back to school. So it's kind of crazy right now. I see y'all still coming in the chat. I'll let you know, though. I'll hit you up. But if you know somebody, they don't know where to start. They don't, or they've started and they're not experiencing the level of quote unquote success that they feel like they should. Tell them I'm live. Share this live with them. If you know anybody in general that creates content, it doesn't even have to be about fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that I'm live and share this with them. Literally share it, grab the link, boom. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I don't want to know everything. I am a teacher by nature, not by profession. I'm in the education space somewhat, so to speak, but these are the things that I really love, and these are the things that I really want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Sent says I'm trying to, I just need 15 more people. So are you talking about, all right, bet Dame. Are you talking about like on TikTok? Or are you talking about, because on YouTube, I thought you used to have 100 subscribers to go live on YouTube. But I thought they changed it just to like, if you do the verification, then they will let you go live. Like after you do the verification, you can go live in 24 hours. I don't know how up to date that is. Yeah. But I don't want to waste too much time because I know it's a Sunday. So again, I'm gonna talk about fragrance a little bit, but we're gonna talk about fragrance, but we're gonna talk about it within the scope of the difference between being a content creator and being a fragrance reviewer. And the fine line between both, and how you can be successful at both without selling your soul. How you can be successful at both without selling your soul. I am not saying this from the position of an expert. I work in IT at a university, and outside of fragrance, I'm a content strategist, marketing, consulting, all of that stuff. So I'm bringing all of those things into one because I talk to a lot of people. I encourage a lot of people. You guys know I just talked about this last week. There's never been a better time for you to start creating content. Whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on TikTok, whether that's on Instagram. I want you not just to be somebody in the comments. And that is a form of creating content, but I want you to start creating content. And I know a lot of you are dope fragrance reviewers, but you struggle with the content creation side. So that's kind of what we're talking about. And this is Take Notes. This is Take Notes podcast. This is just the live version. And so I want you to take some notes. So we're getting ready to literally, I got my Apple Pencil. We're getting ready to literally take some notes. Nonetheless, man, a couple of reviews you should probably see this week. One for sure is gonna be from the House of Dumont. We have Soprano Vivid. Gator, I know you have this. I have not watched your video yet. In full transparency, to me, this gives me YSL. No. Wrong one. Lamel Elixir vibes. This gives me Lamel Elixir vibes. Let me know if I'm tripping or not, if you get the same thing. Dumont is on something special right now with this. Hey, what's going on, Hugh? I see you. What's going on, Dutch? Dumont is doing something crazy right now. It's like they took their Nitro line and said, let's go to the next level. Because you guys know, I've talked about this, Soprano Soul. These are high quality clones, high quality inspirations, high quality covers. Like, these are good. These are good. These are very well blended. They're not screechy. They're not super synthetic. The unifying factor across all of these is there's an increased level of sweetness. Like, all of them have this unique level of sweetness, but they're very distinct to that profile that they're going off of. So, you have the 1 million lucky profile, which is amazing. Like, it's great. And then we talked about the Soprano Ice, you know what I'm saying? Which is that YSL, kind of elixir thing. Not elixir, parfum, kind of that YSL parfum, DNA we have going on. And then we have the Fury, which I told you kind of had this 1 million, scandal, absolute mashup, amalgamation thing, type of thing going on. And then we have this. Like, I was kind of conflicted at first because I was like, bro, there's some Paco Rabanne in here. I would never get used to just saying Rabanne. There's some Paco Rabanne in here, but then it immediately went like JPG. So, Dumont is doing some things that are definitely tough, man. That are definitely tough. Like, definitely tough, and I love it. I love what they're doing. So review is gonna come from this week, especially as everybody's going back to school. I think that is a dope line. When I say dope line, I think that is a super dope line. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get started with. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. Make sure I'm back to where we need to be. All right, and then the other fragrance I literally just bought because of the bottle. I didn't know what it was cloning, if it was an original DNA or whatever. I just got it because of the bottle. Me being a musician, I had to have it. From the House of Fragrance World, we have Notes, and this is Jazz. Fam, Fam, look at that bottle. Look at that bottle. Look at that bottle. Oh my God. Beautiful oriental vanilla fragrance. I did know what this was an impression with. I just forgot. Matter of fact, this is probably gonna be my scent of the evening. DeMario, I played drums. Oh my God, bro. I know what this is. 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 I can see it. God, this smells good. I know what this is. I know what this is. It's gonna come to me in a second. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me in a second. Joel says sing something. I might do a little bit of singing, but fam, literally the bottle. Oh my God. I was thinking about getting it and I saw Gator with it and I was like, I gotta have it. The bottle, fam. I was like, I gotta have it. But yeah, bro, I played drums, man. I got a drum set, 2 years old. 2 years old. I've had an opportunity to travel all across the country. Jamaican Jazz Festival, you know what I'm saying? 8th grade, got a chance to participate in that. I was supposed to go on a European tour, but I didn't do that. DeMario's Silky Wood, thank you. Silky Woods. How could I? Because that's my ish. Appreciate it, Gator. And I'm waiting. I'm trying to. I don't want to spend the money, but the Silky Woods elixir. Yeah, I'm probably gonna cop that in a second. But as a keyboardist, I know drummers. Yeah, bro, because we work hard, so we can't be back there stinking. Yeah, bro. But and then a lot of people don't know. Like I went to it was either music or it was football. The knees and the back. Patella, tearing my patella tendon was kind of the end of my football career. Y'all want to talk about some pain, Jesus. And so, my body wouldn't hold up football wise. And then I made it worse with band. So my back and my knees now are crazy. And when I went to Carolina, I was a music scholar. Yeah. Bruh said that Silky Woods elixir. Yeah, bruh. I got to have that. 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 What's good, Kev? Appreciate you dropping by. Hey, I'll see what I can pull up. You know what I'm saying? From the archives. I'll see what we got out there. Hey, player. Okay. Kev, you must be on a date with the wife tonight because that's some good stuff, fam. Hey, Morris, the name of this is Fragrance World Jazz. So it is an inspiration of Goldfield and Banks, Silky Woods, but like that I love, but I'm waiting on that elixir. And Dutch told me that Silky Woods elixir is fire, so I'm ready. Go for those of you who are trying to get it, who are like me and your fragrance journey was similar to mine, where you just buying stuff and you didn't really know, like this was years ago, you didn't know that niche was a thing, designer was a thing. You just knew you was getting fragrances or whatever. And I've given away more fragrances than I have. I lied to you not. Like I gave my uncle, we celebrated his birthday. My uncle retired at 50. We celebrated his so his 51st birthday and his retirement, and he technically had like 32 years or whatever. I gave him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I gave him like 5 bottles of cologne, not like used bottles, like 5 bottles, some good stuff, and then like 5 oils, and like 2 of them was the thick 1 ounce joints. I don't have right in front of me, but you guys have seen me talked about on the channel. So yeah, Uncle was a huge, you know what I'm saying? Huge, played a huge role in my life, man. Shout out to him. Especially after my parents got divorced, and so my introduction to fragrance started there. So when I tell people things like I've given away more than I have, I'm like, if you know me, you know me. That's part of my love language, giving. And that's also like, I don't consider like, we just having a conversation. I'm talking to y'all. I can talk to y'all like this because some people gonna be like, you whatever. I don't care. I do believe that part of the level of success that I've experienced as it relates to like YouTube and Fragcom and all of that is because of the things that I give. Like, I'm not like, I just give it away. Like, I just give it away. Like, I'm a bucket of information. I have people that can vouch for me in regards to that, man. And so, giving is my love language. I give. And I got a lot more. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot more giveaways for the rest of the year, man, especially on the way to 20K, which is a big milestone. That was a goal for 2025. You know what I'm saying? Getting to 20K. And I believe we are on track to get there before the year is out. So yeah, we got him straight. And yeah, so far as fragrance, and I'm going to tell you, I didn't have a full bottle of this, but I got a full bottle of this a while ago. And I just actually sprayed it today because I had a decant. And so I forgot, like y'all, I'm in full ready to go to fall. Like it was 93 today here and it was hot. But I forgot with New Harlem. First of all, this is my favorite Bond bottle. I just love the bottle. But there's a secret fresh accord in here. You know what I'm saying? That you forget, you know, in the word honor, RIP to Kevin Samuels. You know, he was like, this smell like sexy pancakes. You know, I say it smells like just Roscoe's. It smells like chicken and waffles. For all of my Atlanta people, this smells like Gladys Knight's. I'm a huge fan of her old restaurant, that her and her husband had. Gladys Knight chicken and waffles. Banging food to me. But I forgot there's some freshness here that I can't wait for the fall to come in. And so I think I've worn this particular bottle like one time or whatever after I got the decant. And I just grabbed it today. I was putting some stuff back when I was on the road. All right. So let's get into the real reason why we're here. I'm gonna go into the comments real quick. Where can I get Jazz? I got mine from Fragrance Buy. So probably if you order before the 26th, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but probably Frag Flex. Yeah, Fragrance Buy, but Frag Flex, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Oh, I got distracted. Thank you, Dutch. If your journey is similar to mine, as far as like, I love all fragrances, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. I love inspired by fragrances. I love designer fragrances. I love niche fragrances. Now that I'm at the point that I understand there's such a thing as niche designer, like there's a separation. But if you're on this journey where you're really diving into niche, and you're looking for quote unquote entry level niche, like a lot of people consider Mancera as like the best entry level niche house. I'm gonna be honest with you. Goldfield and Banks, especially with discounters, Goldfield and Banks might be, I dare to say, a better entry level niche house. Well, they're a better niche house than Mancera, period. So entry level or not, but because of the price point and because of the options, yeah. Frag Flex will likely, Frag Flex, because they're making the change. I think most people know that Frag Flex and Fragrance Buy are owned technically by the same parent company, but because of the tariff issue in the US, and the $800 minimum, I forgot whatever it is with that. But basically, Fragrance Buy CA will no longer be shipping to US customers. So all of the US shipping will be handled domestically by Fragrance Flex, whatever you want to call them. Frag Flex, nonetheless. All right, let's go ahead, jump into some notes. Yep, Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's jump into some notes, man. Let's jump into some notes. All right. Let's jump into some notes. So I got to pull this music down a little bit so I can focus. If you're trying to figure out how to get started in this, and I'm gonna try to do this in less than 30 minutes. So I'm gonna try like 9 o'clock. I'm gonna be trying to be wrapping this part up. If you're trying to figure out how to draw the line between being a content creator, and this is not just with fragrances, but this is in any niche, but specifically content creator versus a fragrance reviewer, there is a very fine line between the two. And some people struggle with towing that line. You know what I'm saying? You have some people who are great content creators. They have everything that looks great when it comes to content creating. But when it comes to the actual reviewer part, they struggle with that. You have some people who are amazing fragrance reviewers. They have the nose of, you know, one of them Egyptian gods. They have the nose of Argos. And they can pull out accords and notes and everything from just spraying something in the air. But they struggle on the content creator side. And it's difficult finding out, well, which side do I get on? I think you have to find a way to dance, quote unquote, not like Jeremy Fragrance, like he was doing with that new Joe Milano Game of Spades bonus. Don't dance like Jeremy. But they have to find a way to dance between the two. Absolutely. The influence and reviewers are two different things, and that is all the case. Absolutely. Because where we are right now is TikTok is, I hate to say this, because there are some great people on TikTok. But to me, you're going to be more successful on TikTok as a creator, not a reviewer. But it depends on how you measure success. So there are a lot of variables that go into this. You know what I'm saying? How you measure success dictates whether you need to listen to me or not. Because if you measure success by subscribers, if you measure success by followers, if you measure success by brand deals, if you measure success by partnerships, if you measure success by AdSense, if you measure success by affiliate links, then what I'm getting ready to tell you is critical. If all you care about is talking about fragrance, then it's not going to really matter. But everybody says all I care about is fragrance until you start growing, and then until things start being presented to you. And now you get to a point where you got to draw a line in the sand. Am I going to dance? Or am I just going to stick to my guns? So real quick, I want you, the first thing you need to do, this word right here, this word right here, you need to forget about that word. You need to forget about that word. Algorithm. Forget the word algorithm. Get that out of your mind. That's the first thing I need you to do. Forget the word algorithm. Instead of the word algorithm, I want you to replace the word algorithm with audience. All right. There is an algorithm to YouTube, but then there is an algorithm to your content. There is an algorithm to TikTok, but then there is an algorithm to your content. There's an algorithm to Instagram, but then there's an algorithm to your content. And here is the key. Here's the big key right here. We're going to do this green because I want you to focus on that. That's going to be the main focus for tonight. The audience is the one that dictates or determines your algorithm. All right. Your audience is the one that dictates the algorithm. I'm going to say it again. Your audience is the one that dictates your algorithm. One of the issues that I see out the gate when I'm working with people and people hit me up and they ask me questions, you have to decide, who are you creating content for? If you measure success by the growth in that number, again, I say hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you don't care about none of that, this is not gonna matter. But if you measure success by growth and the analytics, and you're one of those people, you can't get out of the YouTube studio, and as soon as you post a video, you sitting there like, oh my God, what is it doing? What is happening? If you're one of those people, you have to determine, am I making content for me? Or am I making content for my audience? All right. Are you following me so far? Am I making content for me? Or am I making content for my audience? Who is more important, me or the audience? One of my partners hit me up, bro, and he was like, I'm just not growing. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? These are the things that I want to talk about. Well, you have to understand that sometimes the things that you want to talk about don't matter to the people that you're trying to reach. So, for instance, a lot of people, somebody commented on one of my videos recently, and they were like, I don't know what I was talking about. I was talking about a niche fragrance or something, and it was like, you're a clone guy. And I'm like, huh? Now, they're probably new to the channel. They haven't seen any of my other content, but most of my content is catered towards clone fragrances. Now, I spend way more money on designers and niche fragrances. I really do like designer and niche fragrances. I don't have anything against designer and niche fragrances. You guys have heard me say this even when I started out going live. There would be no clone slander, designer slander, or niche slander on this channel. I just don't like when people try to push people one way or the other. Like what you like, love what you love, buy what you buy, spend your money on what you spend your money on. If you like niche, I'm not gonna hate on clone and designer people. If I like clones, I'm not gonna hate on niche people. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? There are some clones that are not worth it. There are some clones that are. There are some designers that are not worth it. There are some designers that are. There are some niche fragrances that are not worth it. There are some niche fragrances that are. It happens all across the board. But at the end of the day, either you like it or you don't. Who am I to tell you what you should or you should not like? Okay. But you have to determine, am I going to make content for me or am I going to make content for my audience? If you tell me I'm just creating content for me, I'm going to end the call and I'm going to say, we have no more to talk about. Respectfully, because keep doing what you're doing, because you don't measure success the same way. And some of y'all is like, well, I want to do both. And that's what tonight is all about. Because content creator versus fragrance reviewer can really be summed up in this right here. Me versus audience. Content creator versus fragrance reviewer can really be summed up in me versus my audience. Because my audience is the one that's going to determine the algorithm for the platform that I'm on. So even though I love niche fragrances, even though I love designer fragrances, even though I love clone fragrances, guess what people are clamoring to see? They're clamoring to see clone fragrances. That's what resonated with the people that I reached the most. All right. Now, here's the thing. That does not mean that if you only review niche fragrances that you won't be successful. Prime example. If EQ goes live tonight, it's going to be 150 to 200 of y'all that's going to watch that thing live. That's a big deal. I wish Ashton would go live one time, or Big Beard. I want to see what the numbers would be like, because I know they would be astronomical. Like, do you know how big that is to have that many people watching your live that are like dialed in to what you're really trying to do? Like at any given time, if EQ goes live, it's going to be somewhere between 150 and 200 people. That's success to me. That's big. And EQ primarily talks about not just niche, like high-end niche, like expensive niche. I don't consider him a niche snob. That's just his arena, and people follow him and people rock with him. So again, there are levels to this, but as my grandmother would say, start out like you can hold out. All right. So there's a way you can bridge the gap between the two, but you know what does that? Personality. All right. So here's the biggest thing. If we're talking about audience over algorithm, all right. And if you have any questions, drop those in the chat. I'm gonna pay attention to the chat in a minute, but I want to get through this. Audience is greater than algorithm. You guys can still see that on the screen. Your audience determines your algorithm. And really the difference between being a content creator and a fragrance reviewer is me versus my audience. So let's say we have determined that we are going to create content for our audience. All right. So if we're going to create content for our audience, there are two things that we need to really consider. Personality and skill. Personality and skill. All right. As it relates to bridging the gap between your audience and the algorithm, we're talking about personality and skill. And personality and skill gives us all of this equals this big word right here. Authenticity. This is the one. This is the one. If you don't remember anything else that I said tonight, authenticity is the key to you being successful at anything. Because most of y'all are experienced enough now, you can smell a fake coming from 10 miles away. DeMario, we're going to talk about this in a second. Bruh, literally, like FragCon would look crazy. FragCon would look crazy. But I'm gonna start it so I can come back to it because this is crucial. Personality and skill. Because here's the thing. Hold on, my bad, wrong color. Personality is about the people. All right. Personality is about the people. Skill is about the product. All right. Y'all can't really see that. Personality is about the people. Skill is about the product. So you have to find a way to bridge the gap between people and product. The way you bridge the gap between people and product is with number 5, personality and skill. which can be summed up in one word: authenticity. It is my hope and it is my desire that everybody that's watching this video right now that has followed me for some time would say, I'm authentic. It is my hope that people who have never followed me before, that you're watching for the first time and you're considering whether this is a channel you should subscribe to or not, that you feel I come off in an authentic way. Again, if you don't care, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that care, because a lot of y'all care. A lot of y'all care. All right. Now, I want to take a pause right here and I want to speak to this comment. All right. So let me take the notes off the screen so I can speak to this comment. DeMario says, I've started my channel and every piece of content I attempt to post, someone else has done it or it's a new video. I don't want to be labeled a copycat creator, so I'm stuck. DeMario, let me ask you a question. We're talking about fragrance, right? And let me just use something for an example. Matter of fact, let me grab this right here. This right here is Amber Oud Exclusive Blue. All right. If you don't know, this is an inspired by take, a clone of arguably the best one out there, of Parfums de Marly, Layton. How many inspirations are there of Layton? Let's just be nice and say 5. Do you think, and I'm shooting straight with you. Do you think those companies care that people label them a copycat? No. You know why? Because they're going to get that money regardless. Because there are people who appreciate the quote unquote copycat, especially if the copycat is as good or is almost good as the original, but at a much cheaper price point. Let's bring it home. Let's not talk about fragrance. Let's talk about groceries. How many different brands of water are there? Like, it's water. Do y'all understand the monopoly that has happened on water? And I know not all water is created equal, but at the end of the day, it's water. Let's talk about bread. How many different brands of bread are there? How many restaurants? Who invented the hamburger? Who cares? Because you can get one from Wendy's, you can get one from McDonald's, you can get one from Burger King, you can get one from In-N-Out, you can get one from Cookout, you can get one from Whataburger, you can get one from Jack in the Box, you can get one from Hardee's, if you know what I'm saying. And there would be no Hardee's slander in this chat. Watch your mouth. If you're on the West Coast, Carl Jr.'s or whatever. White Castle. Singing straight to the toilet. It'd be good going down, but it'd be hell coming out. So again, going back to your because a lot of people, like, it's going to be in pot. Like, let me keep it a buck with you. There are very few times where people, this is good. There are very few times that people will label you a copycat. So don't think about those people. The only time people will label you a copycat is if you're not, that word right there, authentic. If you are being authentic to you and authentic to your audience, it is impossible to label you a copycat. Gator has this fragrance already. If I put out my video, the only way somebody is going to say I'm copying Gator is if I change my entire background to look just like Gator's. If I do my intro like Gator, If I steal Gator's phrases, if I start acting like him, if I start repeating back his words, you know what I'm saying? Like word for word, like verbatim, like people be like, okay, like you acting like such and such. And this is the problem with up and coming fragrance reviewers. Too many people are trying to be like FBF. Too many people are trying to be like Gents. Too many people are trying to be like Chaos. Too many people are trying to be like Ross. Too many people are trying to be like EQ. Be yourself. Are these too many people trying to be like Neeb and Aromatics? Are these great channels to model yourself behind? Absolutely, because a fool learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from others. You take other people's experiences and you look at the good and the bad and you create what we've been talking about, amalgamations of that. And you pull a little. Now, I'm very self-aware. So I do this because I have amazing camera quality. So every single time, I love taking a bottle and doing this right here. Do y'all see that shot? It looks absolutely amazing. Who else do y'all know that does that? Who else do y'all know that does that? You know who does that? Dedrick. That is Dedrick. Every video that Dedrick starts out with. That's it. So, did I deal with this when I first started creating content? Oh, people's like, oh, you went to the school of Dedrick Hicks. Okay. All right. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. So those are the people you got to just learn to ignore. And that's the people that they will kill. Let me tell you that those are the people that make Fragcom a weird place. And you have to learn how to ignore those people as a human and as a content creator, or you will not survive. Because there are some people who are just not happy with their own life and they have a mission every day just to tear you down. Can I say something in full transparency? Let me go back full screen and I'm gonna look at the comments in a second. We're gonna get back to taking notes because this is the Take Notes podcast. There is a particular reviewer we all know is an asshole. I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. Is a complete asshole in the community. You can probably name a few, but you know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna call them by name. They are a dope reviewer. I literally, like, they posted a video today, and I'm gonna tell you who it is without telling you who it is. It's in reference to Blue Day Chanel L'Exclusif. And I just happened to see it and clicked on it. And I'm like, not only do I want to comment, I'm a man about mine, so I am going to comment. If you spent more time trying to be a fragrance reviewer instead of a content creator, you'd be dope because you actually know what you're talking about. But all you do is want to hate on other people and what they got going on, and you watching everything they do and you want to tear them down and have an opinion on it. Bro, like, if you focus, like, now that's one person where I'm like, no, you focus on the product. Like, killing people is not the way to be successful. And social media is full of people who like love to create cancel culture, but you reap what you sow. It is Sunday. So let me give you a little Bible. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. In the world, in the secular realm, we call it karma. What goes around comes around. If you understand that, if you're on one side or the other, I gave you both versions. Be careful. So it's like, don't worry about the people who are trying to label you as a copycat. And also, don't go out here ripping people to shreds. Like, mind the business that pays you. So again, DeMario, again, bro, there are thousands of fragrances out. There are millions of fragrances out here. There are going to be people who make forget that, bro. I get it. I understand, because honestly, nobody told me that I was acting like Dedrick before I kind of switched up how I kind of, like, I'm very self-aware. I'm self-conscious about some things. I'm like, you know what? Somebody's going to say something about that. So let me kind of change up the way that I do it. I just think it's dope. I mean, it's called bokeh. I'm shooting wide open on this 16 millimeter Sigma on this Sony. And I'm like, oh my God. Like when you can take a bottle and the bottle be the only thing in focus. Do you know that's thumbnail? That's my thumbnail. Do you know how dope that is? But you have some small-minded people out here in the world. They'll be like, oh, you do. All right. So again, authenticity is the key to you not being stuck. Let me go back to these comments real quick. Hey, bro, I appreciate. Yeah, there's a few. There's a few. So I ain't gonna call nobody by name. Hey, bro, honestly, I don't know if y'all some on the Android side. I'm an Apple guy, you know, but you can get decent level quality, great quality out of an iPhone. And you can, like, let's say for instance, if we're talking tech in terms of reviewing, I'm using a product called Ecamm. I'm a Mac guy, so I'm using a product called Ecamm Live. Well, you can do this with Riverside. You can do this with StreamYard, if I'm not mistaken, OBS. Basically, if you're using your iPhone as a webcam, you can put it in portrait mode and you can still get that blurred out background view. I'm just looking at the comments real quick. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, bro. I'm too old to eat white. Hey, bro, we get, yeah, you can't, yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. Go back. Hey, Walt, go back to my comment after Demarius. Hold on, what did you say? What did you say? Nothing new is under the sun. That's Bible. Ain't no copycat when cats copy the cats that was copied before you. Bro, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? EQ came back at the right time. I personally felt that Fragcom in the hole was getting stale. All right, now listen, William, I'm gonna get in trouble if I go down that rabbit hole. So I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. If some of y'all know how I feel. Some of y'all know. And the reason, that is a great point. I'll speak to that. Because people, let's go back to taking notes. People aren't being authentic. You're not being authentic. I do my lives the way I do them because it is me. Y'all see, when I made the video, my intro or whatever, call me Mr. Elixir. My nose is something sinister. I'm stone cold like a tombstone. I'm a finisher. My ex hit me and was like, because I told y'all we still great, we still good friends. She hit me and was like, you finally made it. Because that's me. I'm always singing. I'm always trying to be the greatest, wackest rapper at the same time. Like that, like I'm spitting not because I'm legit thinking like I'm trying to spit bars. It's like, no, that's me. I'm loud. I can be brash at times. I'm outspoken. I'm a bandhead. So again, these are ways to incorporate my personality into the presentation. The presentation draws in the people, and then the people come for my personality. You know what? Can I reverse this? Matter of fact, no, it's like the same thing. People show up for the product. Let me say it like this. People show up for the product, but they stay because of your personality. I'm gonna leave it at that. People, because what is the product? The product is fragrance. Like, it's fragrance. That's the product. That is the thing that brings us all together. Fragcom, fragrance community, a community built around fragrance. Fragrance is the product that brings us all together. But what makes you stay on my channel is my personality. It's my authenticity. It's my ability to combine people and skill. Personality and skill, people and product, personality and skill. Again, authenticity. It's my ability to put you, the audience, before myself. Because being a content creator is about being a hear me when I tell you this. See, some of y'all ain't, some people just don't like this kind of talking. And maybe it's just because it's Sunday. Being a content creator is about serving your audience. It is about serving your community. Being a fragrance reviewer, do what you want to do, because that's on you. But being a content creator is an act of service. I get to do this. It is a privilege to sit here and chop it up and talk to y'all. It is a privilege to have 83 people watching me right now. Now, we only got 39 likes. I need y'all, let's get to 50. That's a privilege. It's a privilege to go live. That's why YouTube don't let you go live immediately. Because it is an act of service. I need to make sure you are who you say you are, because I got to validate you. I got to verify that you are who you say you are, and you're not getting on this platform to cause harm, even though people do it. So I'm talking about my ex, right? And I really don't refer to her as that, because that's, like I said, that's whatever you want to call her. I'm not going to call her by name, because y'all don't need to be in my business. But if you follow me on social media, whatever, I don't have nothing to hide. But my friend, my homegirl, and I'm not saying that to denigrate her. So, cause some of y'all be sensitive. I just lost my train of thought. But, when we would have conversations about relationships and dating, sometimes, let me go back so you can see me. Sometimes you meet the representative of a person. See, the problem I have with social media, and I wasn't intending to go here, but this is me. Let's keep it a buck. The problem I have with social media is that you can catfish and you can create this persona. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying, strategies. We're talking about statistics. We're talking about analytics. So one of the things you do is you create what we call client personas. If you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur, and you ever work with somebody who's a brand strategist, not just some great marketer, but if you ever work with somebody who is a brand strategist, one of the things that you will do is you will create profiles for who you consider your ideal customer or your client to be. Boy, I'm giving you so much game right now. And I always give this away for free. So I appreciate y'all listening and rocking out with me. Shout out to Rocking Out. You create a persona or a client profile or an ideal customer profile. You know it as target audience. Who is it that I'm trying to reach? It's not enough just to say, well, I'm trying to reach this person. No. Where do they live? Are they married? How much money do they make? What is their education level? Where do they work at? Where did they go to college? What is their ethnicity? All of these different things go into you creating an ideal customer profile for your business or your brand. All right? Because let me give you game. This is me. If you quote this came from Walter Jeanette Jr. himself, because I'm a junior. Marketing, fragrance reviewer, marketing is how you feel about yourself. Branding, content creator, we're talking about authenticity, we're talking about people. Branding is how your audience feels about you. This Take Notes podcast, right? Marketing is how you feel about yourself. So what was the initial conversation we had? Who are you making content for? Are you making content for you? Or are you making content for yourself? Marketing is all about making a great first impression. It's about looking the part. It's about the shirt, the haircut, the frames, the jewelry, the fit, the shoes, all of that. You look the part. Going back to what my shorty said, you are a representative. But it takes some time for me to find out who you really are. This is why you don't get in bed with people immediately. And that goes for a lot of different things. So I appreciate the people who watch my content. There are 50% of you who watch my content who are not subscribed yet, because you're trying to figure out, I need to know if Walt is a representative, if this is a persona, or is he who he says he is? And you like, is that deep? Is that deep? You just don't know it's that deep. Because people, we're all wired the same. Every human brain is wired the exact same way. It is wired to keep your body alive. So when you get into the psychology of human buying behavior, and if you study like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, some of you have heard me talk about this before, you'd be like, it's not that deep. I'd be like, okay, you don't have to listen to me. And people be like, bro, I just want to talk about the fragrance. Talk about the fragrance and attract who you want to attract. But if you are part of the YouTube partner program, if you go in YouTube right now, I'm gonna show y'all something. I shouldn't show you this, but I ain't got no secrets, right? If you are part of the YouTube partner program and you go into YouTube Studio and you go down to your Earn tab and you go over to Brand Connect, I'm gonna tell y'all how brands be targeting y'all. And this is how we end up with some of the partnerships and the sponsors that we do. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I wanna show y'all something. All right, y'all can see that, right? Y'all can see that. This is you. This ain't a screenshot. This is like, you can see I'm moving this. This is YouTube Studio. So you can see these are all of my statistics. This is what is called my media kit. All right. These have all of my key unique statistics on the channel. So it breaks down my key channel stats in the last 28 days, lifetime stuff. It shows the demographics. Shows how many people I reach, the ages. All right. So some of y'all don't think it's that deep. I'm like, bro, like if you start to pay attention to, okay, I'm predominantly reaching males between the age of 25 and 44. Millennials. Gen Z and millennials. So what most likely, what are the type of fragrances that these people are going to be introduced to? Things that are being pushed to them on social media. What is being pushed to them on social media right now? It ain't that I don't like the other things. These are the things that are being pushed to me. All right. This is how people see y'all. I'm giving you some game, so be careful. So this is how YouTube tells other people about y'all. They've created profiles on every single one of y'all based on what you watch and what you search for. Value shoppers, very high. Documentary and nonfiction TV fans, very high. Rap and hip hop fans, very high. Online banking, very high. Luxury shoppers, high. That's the audience interest. Shopping interest. Restaurant delivery and takeout. Makeup and cosmetics. Perfume and fragrances. Now, so many people is looking for Mother's Day shopping and that stuff still showing up. Why does that matter? If you measure success by AdSense, YouTube partner program, that specifically, the type of ads that YouTube goes out here and they shop your channel and they say, okay, we need to find some luxury shopping businesses because these are the type of people that are going to be looking for Walt's audience, because Walt's audience, they're luxury shoppers. Walt's audience, they like rap and hip hop. Walt's audience, they are value shoppers. Walt's audience, they love online banking. Now, I didn't come up with this. This is what Google came up with. This is what YouTube came up with. These are their stats. But people tell me it ain't that deep. If it's not that deep, why are they collecting the information? Do not let people fool you out of information and knowledge. You can believe it's not that deep if you want to. It's that deep. All right, let me go to these comments. Hey, bro, I appreciate that. And waving, yes, we slimming down, fam. We slimming down, fam. Free game, bro. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? What's going on, Car? I'm not into clones, but I am into good content. Facts. Facts. And so there is a line you have to draw within yourself to where you say, okay, this is what the people want, but is it really what I want to do? And it's okay. Like, that's why I bring things slowly. I'm going to introduce certain things to y'all. I talked about Goldfield and Banks. I talk about Mancera. I have some $300 and $400 bottles in my collection. I rarely talk about them. I just killed Chanel for coming out with Blue de Chanel exclusive. Cause I don't think it's worth that price point. Now I get it. Chanel is Chanel. Chanel is going to do what Chanel wants to do. And what do we talk about? The business side. If the parfum is still what? What did we say? 245, 250? It's still high. No, 200, 205. I think the parfum for 100 mil is still 205. And you call on something exclusive, so you got to put distance between that. And I said I was going to be done by 9 o'clock, and y'all got me up here going off. All right. All right. Hey, so I kind of already asked him about this, Joel. So yeah, you best believe I'm working on it. $1 million, bro. Shout out to Gilly and Wallow. Funny. Them boys is funny. Okay, so again, let's get back to what we were talking about. Let's get some notes out the way. All right. So let's go back. Let's do a quick review. For those of you who may be coming in for the first time, we are forgetting about this word called algorithm. We are no longer talking about algorithm. We are, yes, I did announce the giveaway. It's on my community page, fam. It's on my community page. The audience, your audience is greater than algorithm. So replace the word algorithm with audience, because your audience is the one that determines the algorithm for your channel. All right. You have to decide, is it me or my audience? All right. Is it me or is it my audience? Who am I making content for? If you're making content for me or for you, this ain't the video for you. So I appreciate you watching. If you're making content for your audience, then keep paying attention. All right. So the two biggest things is personality and skill. And those things together equal authenticity. Those things together equal authenticity. All right. Authenticity bridges the gap between personality and skill. That's what it equates to. Authenticity also bridges the gap between your audience and the algorithm. When your audience finds favor with you, this is why we say hit the subscribe button. Even though you don't get paid off of subscribers, we say hit the subscribe button because that is your core street team. All right. Imagine if you were an artist and you selling tapes out the back of the trunk. or you putting up posters for a concert, you need a street team. You need people to be able to push the message for you. So what happens when you post a video? When you post a video, I'm gonna actually draw it out for you. I'm gonna try to anyway. So when you post a video, what YouTube does is YouTube sends that out to, like, let's say a small population. Let's say 10% of your following. This is especially for like IG. So people always be like, why didn't I see you post that? Or why? Because they don't send it to everybody. And so what happens is that 10% really determines what's gonna happen. Because that 10%, if they like, subscribe, I can't spell. Yeah. Share or comment. If they do those things, it's going to boost this right here. Engagement. All right. It's going to boost the engagement. And when YouTube, IG, TikTok is different. TikTok just kind of throw your stuff out there to everybody. But this is more so specific to YouTube. It boosts the engagement. And so YouTube says, oh, this is engaging. So now they take your video and they start sending it out to more people. All right. But who are those people going to most likely resemble? Your audience who have similar views as you do. So this is why you can have a high impression rate where they may show the video, like 5,000 people may see the video on what is considered their homepage or their For You page. But you have like not even 1% of the people click through it. Because that's a whole nother video. I can't even get into that. We talk about titles, tags, thumbnails, and timing. The big two are titles and thumbnails. That's the big two. Tags really have to do with SEO. All right. Another conversation for another day. All right. The big two are titles and tags. Titles and thumbnails. Tags really have to do with SEO. Timing is the fourth T that nobody really talks about. Nobody really talks about. All right. But there's a time and a place for every single thing. So engagement is a big thing. So really it comes down to, do you have, because some people are amazing content creators, they're amazing reviewers, their titles and their thumbnails suck. You could be, in that group of people. You could be a representative and have great titles and thumbnails and the content suck. And when I say suck, I'm saying relatively, like, I'm not saying like it's terrible, even though, I mean, there's such a thing as bad content, but I'm saying it's just like, this is not what I expected. You know what I'm saying? I expected to see a review about this fragrance and you done trash people for like the first 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Any questions so far? I'm big on questions. I appreciate that, Bashan. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Any questions so far before I keep going? Y'all want me to keep going, so I'm gonna keep going. Cause I really want to this authenticity piece is crucial, man. It's crucial. It's crucial. And I'm the person, I believe you learn more when you teach as you're learning what it is you're learning. I believe I'm experiencing a level of success that's, I don't want to say not normal. I don't want to use the word abnormal, but at scale, it is definitely like, okay, well, you know, you doing something different. And I didn't come into FragCom expecting to do this. These are the things I did outside of FragCom. I'm just literally bringing the same level of skills I had over there and I'm applying it over here. I just understand what makes people tick because I understand how to be engaging. What makes me engaging? Are you engaging? What number is it? 7. Ask yourself that question. Are you engaging? Are you engaging? Or are you, as somebody said earlier, stale? Are you engaging or are you stale? You know what I'm saying? Is it like, because if you're, and this is tough because I don't want to make it seem like there's not a place for everybody. Everybody is not going to get up here with the bands and the radio voice and this, that, and that. If that's not your thing, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm going to be a man again. I'm going to address something that is not an issue. Dame, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I show love the Brooklyn way. Shout out to the original Fat Boy fragrance. Like, and when I say that, I'm very candid when I say that. I'm not the original Fat Boy. There is a channel, I don't know his real name, but it is Fat Boy Fragrance. I never knew he existed until I went live one night and somebody said, oh, we got another Fat Boy in the community. And I said, shout out to the OG Fat Boy. All right. So, you know, I'm minding my business one night. Somebody sends me something. And shout out to the negative Nate. Y'all stop sending people stuff. Y'all stop sending people stuff. If you see something, say what you got to say. Don't send it to them though. Don't, because, you know, protect your peace at all costs. Okay, that's his name. Cool. And so he was going off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, I've never said nothing about this man. DeMario, this goes back to what I told you about earlier. You got some people out here, and it wasn't so much him. I think what it was is that somebody irked him by saying I was copying him. I'm fat. I'm a fat boy. I came up with Fat Boy Finesse in 2022. Sitting on my girlfriend's couch at the time. And some of the first videos I made, bro, it included fashion. I talked about a hoodie. I talked about La Mer Parfum, a hoodie from Walmart, and the joints. I can't remember the joints that keep your dress shirt tucked in. You know, so they're not riding up out of your dress pants or whatever. I can't think of what they call right now. Shirt tucks or whatever. And so, you know, I mean, he going off. Like, going off. Yeah, you know, I'm the original Fat Boy family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should go live. We should have a live and have a competition. And you know, and whoever loses got to change the name of their channel. What? So, me being the man that I am, pull up on me. I pulled up on his channel. And I said, respectfully, my guy, I don't even know you. I've never said anything about you. The one time I even spoke concerning you, I actually said, shout out to the original Fat Boy. That is the most I ever said about you. I didn't know you existed. I'm not even that kind of person. But I said, I admonish you. I was like Paul writing a letter to the church at Corinth. I admonish you to stop listening to these stupid people in your comments. Stop, because some people are stupid. I hate to say that about people, but we might as well all be clones, novice. Stop listening to stupid people, because there are some stupid people on Al Gore's internet who have no intent other than just to be stupid, to make up something that doesn't even exist. Because I'm me, like I'm playing. He wears shades. Y'all ain't never seen me wear shades on the live. Maybe one time. I wear a hat a lot. Y'all know where I wear a hat? I wear a hat when I don't have a haircut. When my hair can't lay down no more, and the lines in my line, you know, in my hairline get blurred, the fitted coming on. He wears a hat all the time. He's very expressive. I don't understand, but I'm like, I'm fat. He's trying to copy you. I don't have no hate. I don't have no hate for nobody. I don't have no hate for you. So stop listening to these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Now, he didn't say anything. He didn't respond. And I didn't expect him to. I'm like, bro, like, as far as I'm concerned, we can do a live together and we do a fat boy takeover. I don't care. You're in your lane, bro. And I'm in mine. And the internet is too big for there to be one fat boy. We're not even there. You get mad at what's my buddy name? His moniker is Fat Boy. Like, he had the situation with his baby mama, and y'all know who I'm talking about if you follow him on IG. But he got like music and stuff or whatever. But he be doing skits and a comedian. He was just on he was on Jerry Springer or whatever. But yeah, bro, like. Yeah, bro, like, boy, we got suits and sense in the building. You see what I'm saying? I know I'm doing something. To keep it a buck, I thought this is who you were talking about earlier. No, I wasn't talking about him. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about a couple of people that like to comment on his channel, though. But I wasn't talking about him. I guess, like, fat boy fragrances suits. I was just talking about how, you know what I'm saying? People will get you in trouble and have you out here beefing with folks that I'm like, what are you even taught? Like, stop listening to these stupid people, bro. Stop listening to these people. Virtue. I've said for a very long time, the internet is not a real place. All of this hate over crazy, my guy. Crazy. So again, I go back and I ask the question. I'm with the BS today. I'm a child of God. I could be cool, or I could be a mirror, or I could be worse. Are you engaging or are you stale? Because again, engagement has everything to do with, let's keep going. Engagement has everything to do with personality. Personality begets people. There's an attraction between the two. So there are people who rock. Shout out to Rock T, who rock with you based on your personality. And guess what? You might disagree on the product. I don't agree with everybody, all of y'all about the same stuff. I was on a live. Shout out to, boy, if I start calling people names, my mind goes slipping. I was on a live with Suits about clones versus OGs. It is about thank you. It is about integrity and respect. First of all, this man living in a house with a marble staircase. Forget everything else. Let's put fragrance aside. Let me holler at you. Let me talk to you about that. I don't care nothing about this. But it's about, can I respect you? This is why I wanted to do the basketball video that I did, because I'm a sports fan. And what bothers me about the sports community is the same thing that bothers me about the sneaker community, the music community, the fragrance community, the internet, is that we get emotional. Now, it's hard to remove emotions from conversations, but we get emotional and we get disrespect you. So now I'm like, you want to fight me because I said I like Kobe better than Jordan? I love Kobe, RIP to GOAT. Neither one of them have ever done a thing for me in my life, other than maybe gave me some motivation and told me that I can do something, you know. But richest man in frag, and you the second, Jason. And absolutely, we're not supposed to think the same way. But why are you mad at me because I have a different perspective? Why are you getting angry? Why are you getting upset? So those are two concepts that I wanted to bring together. You know what I'm saying? And I did it in a very intentional way, because this is not about top 5. It wasn't about top 5. There are 100,000 different fragrances you can put in your top 5 because it's very subjective. But I said for these particular situations, we got a warm weather scent, a cold weather scent, a signature scent, a date night scent, and an all around everyday, everywhere scent. So now it kind of changes things, because some people will pick top 5 NBA and be like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't have no wing defenders. Like, so what era are we playing in? You know what I'm saying? Like, Novice saw my video, was like, bro, how you got Larry Bird in the 3rd string? Because who do I have in the 2nd and the 1st string? It seems disrespectful at first until you look and you be like, you know what? Who am I taking off? Some of y'all was like, where's Hakeem? Who he replacing? I love a lot. If we're having a basketball conversation, I mean, he still ain't gonna make top 15. He might be top 20. But I'm not putting him over Shaq. I'm not putting him over Duncan. I'm not putting him over Kareem, and I'm not putting him over Wilt. So where he going? There are no other spots on this list. You know what I'm saying? There are no other spots. Social media and the internet has taught people that opinions truly, they don't, you know, again, they're like anuses. We all have one, you know? So again, are you engaging or are you still? Engagement equals personality, which equals people. People rock with you because of your personality. And because they rock with you does not necessarily mean we agree on everything. We may disagree on the product, but my disagreement or my perspective on the product should not affect your respect for me, nor should it affect my respect for you. All right? It should not. It should not. It should not at all. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you're just coming into the conversation tonight, I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you hitting the like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been rocking out with your boy, but we're talking about the difference between being a content creator and a fragrance reviewer, and how you can be successful at being both. So let me just tell you, I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna bring this in and we can finish this conversation, because there's so much more to this that I wanted to talk about. For me, everything starts with the audience. That's my starting point. Ruben, what's popping? Suits, I appreciate that, fam. When I say I appreciate that, I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you. For me, I start with the audience. I lie to you not. I got a table right here. It's 100 fragrances on this table that I've already scripted some things, talked about in my mind, going about like, okay, I want to review that. 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 Then I go over here and I look at trends and I see what's trending. I'm gonna show y'all something. I don't care. I ain't got nothing. I have nothing to lose. Y'all want to know why it seems like everybody will post the same video at the same time? You want to know where that comes from? Boy, has some folks hot with me tonight. I do not care. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. All right, let me show you this right. Let me go on preview mode first because I think I'm gonna share something wrong. Screen share. All right, let me show you this. You know what I'm saying, Joel? I mean, Jason, come on, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my guy. All right, y'all look at this real quick. If you go into YouTube Studio, go to analytics and then go over to trends, it will tell you what people are looking for. There's also a joint called Google Trends. It's like 3 or 4 different trend websites. You can do Google Trends, but I mean, literally based on the content that you're already creating. KB and Stan, y'all are watching this live right now. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You can call me a liar in the chat. Be like, Walt lying, don't listen to a word he's saying. What people are looking for. So when you're trying to find out why everybody talking about this particular topic, why everybody talking about this particular, like, is it all osmosis? Are we all on the same wavelength? If y'all, this guy right here, some of y'all don't like this guy because y'all feel like he gonna come out with a list video every day and it's gonna recycle fragrances. You know why he does that? Because of this right here. And I'm gonna tell you how I know it to be the truth. I have put out videos, and I don't think Ashton watches my channel. Ashton has put out the exact same video the next day. And this happens on multiple occasions. That's not me being delirious saying we're on the same level or I see myself as him or he's paying attention to me. Because some people are like, man, no, I'm telling you, it's the algorithm. The platform is literally telling you this is what people are looking for. Now we're in summer, but there are a lot of people right now looking for the best spring fragrances for men. So if I click on this, it's going to tell you there's a very high interest. Many of your viewers have been watching videos about this topic in the last 28 days. And so what happens is it gives you ideas that are coming up from what other people are watching. Now they need to get better at this because that's 4 months ago, 3, like, but these are things that did numbers. So I'm like, yo, I wish they would tell you what are people looking for in the last 28 days or the last 7 days. So the original one, this is based on the last 28 days. But when you actually click on it, and this is what I'm talking about with tags. So some of y'all don't tag your videos or some of y'all use hashtags. It don't work. Not the hashtags per se. It works with shorts, but people don't use YouTube like that. And so it really helps with search engine optimization or whatever as far as the traffic. So if you measure your success as a content creator on YouTube by likes, views, subscribers, or whatever, start tagging your videos with things like best spring fragrances for men. There is a reason why, like if I do a review, let's say, all right, so I was talking about New Harlem earlier. So we're kind of already starting to talk about fall content, winter content. This is a fall winter banger. So when y'all see me talk about this, my title is going to say Bond number 9, New Harlem. And it's going to have a slash and it's going to say best fall fragrance for men. Why is that important? Because when is it fall? How often does fall come around? It comes around every single year, right? How often does spring come around? How often does summer come around? often does winter come around? It comes around every single year. I want you to remember that. It comes around every single year. It's not going to be fall forever. It's not going to be summer forever. We're not going to talk about imagination and God of Fire and I'm about to say Paris Corner. We're not going to talk about Afternoon Swim and Pacific Chill in a couple of months. We're not going to talk about it. But it is warm somewhere all year round, and there are going to be people that are still going to search for it. So it's called evergreen content. That means evergreen trees, they never lose their leaves. They don't change colors. They're green all year round, no matter the weather, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation. Evergreen content is the type of content. Best spring fragrance, best fall fragrance. So it's one thing to just say Chanel, Bleu de Chanel exclusive. It's another thing to say Bleu de Chanel exclusive, best men's fragrance of all time. Is Chanel Bleu de exclusive worth the money? All right. So I just want to show y'all that. I want to show y'all that. Okay. I could show you something else, but I ain't gonna show you that. So again, this has everything to do with how I start. Let me go back here. I start with the audience and I pose a question. What does my audience want or need from me? All right. What do they want or need from me? Here's the other part. So let's say ... that I can provide. All right. That's the biggest key. So based on the trends that I just talked about, and here's the thing, because some of you are just getting started. If you are a beginner, this is crucial. So if it's the summertime and I only have fall fragrances or winter fragrances, how can I position these fragrances to where people still want to hear about them, even though the product is technically quote unquote out of season? Now, granted, there are some fragrances that you can wear all year round. We understand that. And I tell people, if you work indoors, then it really don't matter. If you work in the office setting, it really don't matter. If you spend 9 to 10 hours inside a building for the most part, and then you get off work, you go home, you don't go out, you don't go to the gym, it don't matter. Where would you want to wear? You know, based on the climate or the temperature in that environment. But how do I now position that content? Because it's out of season. In the retail world, they call them clearance sales. So it's back to school time. So what's happening? You see now, granted, y'all, these YNs out here is wearing hoodies in 100-degree weather. I don't understand what's going on. But and I said I wouldn't call them YNs. My bad. I'm sorry. But these young people are wearing hoodies in 100-degree weather. I don't know what's wrong with them. But is my phone going off? Okay. But you have to figure out how to position it when it's out of season. Retailers call this clearance. So you're going to start to see hoodies, cardigans, long sleeve shirts, sweatpants. These things are going to become more of an abundance now because it's time to change seasons. But if you wait to start putting out product when the season changes, you're going to be behind. Shout out to Vegas Sense, content creator, fragrance reviewer. I love his channel, dope content. I'm upset with him because I was planning to do a video about winter fragrances. People was like, "Whoa, it's August." I told you there's a difference between being a fragrance reviewer and a content creator. These are some of the things you got to be thinking about if this is how you measure success. Because now, if I put a fall or winter video out now, by the time we get to winter, guess what? It's going to be macerated. It's going to be mature. It's going to be ready. And people are it's already going to be in the algorithm. So people are going to be searching for it. So so there's always a method to the madness. And I love people like Vegas Sense. When I be like, dang, bro. Like, dang, you beat me to that. And not saying we're in a competition trying to be first with it, but I love when I see people think about that. Folks are like, bro, like somebody literally asked me last week, why would you buy that? And it's the summertime. No. They said, why would you buy that? Why would you buy a summer fragrance and it's almost fall? I'm like, first of all, how you know I'm not going on a cruise somewhere? How you know I'm not going to South America? How you know I'm not going to Africa where it's like 100,000 degrees, right? Like, bro, you know how hot it is? Kevin, how hot is it in Phoenix? Here, like, how hot is it going to remain? Like, it might turn fall in some other places. In North Carolina, we had false fall like a week ago. It's back to 93, 94 today. But I'm like, bro, like, it's still technically, like, Labor Day is technically the quote unquote end of summer from a vacation standpoint. And at that time, I was like, we still got almost 2 months technically left in summer. What are you talking about? Also, this fragrance is super versatile. Like, I can wear it for the rest of the year. Again, you know. Yes, bro. Jamar is very dope. I gotta learn people's name. Bro, he got them videos, bro. He got them vids, man. He got them vids. All right. Well, even though I have no interest in creating content, this is good. I appreciate it, man. And that's the thing. So share it with somebody who you know is trying to create content. All right. But I'm getting ready to wrap this up because I'm definitely not going beyond 10. I won't supposed to be up here, 9. First of all, I buy what I want. Exactly. So again, I start with the audience and I ask my audience the question. I say, what does my audience want or need from me that I can provide? All right. And then I compare that to the trend. I'm going to put on my robe and tell the story, how I made it over. See what I'm saying? It's 102 degrees, even though exactly. So you have to find out. Here's the key to everything. I'm starting with my audience and then I'm looking at the trends. And then I say, what is trending for my audience? All right. So again, I have to figure out. That was terrible. There's my audience, and then there's the trend. And then what is trending for my audience? And then from there, I look at the product. I look at the product. And is it a product that I resonate with? So, as we get ready to close out, you can imagine I'm probably going to do something special with this. He's in Phoenix, Rock Boy. Thank you, Hugh. You get it. You get it. William, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like we be having 85-degree Christmases. It's been several Thanksgiving. It's been in the 80s. North Carolina now. That's why people say North Carolina is not the South. No, VA is not the South. If you want to say Virginia is not the South, I'm okay with that. North Carolina is Southern. We're not the deep South, but we are definitely the South. We're Southern. We're just not the deep South. But once you get to Georgia, Now you would think South Carolina is deep South. We ain't gonna get on that conversation. But again, what's trending for my audience? And when I come across a fragrance like this, that's based on a fragrance I really love, you're going to see more personality come out of that. Not only that, it's based on music. So this video is going to be more engaging because it speaks to me. It's also going to trend amongst my audience. It's going to be evergreen content because we're going to talk about fall, winter, cold weather fragrances or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so you might see me put a little bit more oomph in this one. You know, every state got us out. This is facts. This is facts. So I'm gonna wrap it up, man, because again, I can talk about this forever. And I hope y'all took notes. I can actually just save this as a PDF. And if you want this, I have no problem sending it to you. I can upload it and just share a link on the community page or whatever, and then hit me up. As a sports fan, you need to keep out Jordan Riley. Okay, that's around the crib. Thank you, bro. VA is not the South. It's some people in VA that be trying to climb, be like, I don't know why y'all doing that for. All right. Anybody got any questions? We got like 11 minutes, 10 minutes. Anybody got any questions about what we talked about, man? Because again, at the end of the day, I just like the moral of the story is be you, be yourself. Be you, be yourself. Appreciate that, Dame. Thank you, Joel. Be you, be yourself. Get in where you fit in. Like authenticity, like that's the thing I want to resonate tonight. Repeatedly, that we kept saying over and over and over and over. And y'all ain't tell me that I was still in live demo mode. Not demo mode. I was in preview. I don't think y'all knew. Okay, let me remove. All right. I don't know if I had changed. I think I was changing stuff and didn't realize it. So I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know what y'all saw. But I appreciate that, man. Authenticity is key. Authenticity is key. Authenticity is key. I'm grateful for the opportunities that have been presented to me. I'm grateful for the level of growth that we've been able to achieve. I'm grateful for where, you know, we're climbing, where we're going to. Because fragrance is a beautiful thing. Is to me, this bottle epitomizes everything, because there's a famous quote that says music is the only thing that does not ask for permission to enter your soul. I think scent or fragrance is the same thing. And that's why you have notes. You have accords. You have these ingredients that come together to create these beautiful melodies of things. And so that's what so if y'all thought the basketball, now I know somebody gonna do it, but if y'all thought the basketball joint was cool, wait till you see the way I pull off this music joint. I might do it for my birthday. My birthday is next month. It's coming up in a couple of weeks, September the 7th. Look out for it. That live might be crazy. Honestly, I might have to take that live offline. You know what? Forget it. I'll do it online. It's just gonna be copyright strict. I mean, they're gonna strike it. Cause I'm gonna pull out the DJ controller and everything, man. And we're gonna have a party. I'm gonna do that for my birthday, and then I'm gonna probably do that when we hit 20K. Because the relationship between music and fragrance, man, which means so much to me. And music is what introduced me to the world as a creative, as a creator. And then we get into the cameras, and there's so many different things, how all of these things come together. And so my ability to engage you all is based on the things that make me who I am. I'm being authentic to me and the life experiences that I have. And I bring those things to the table. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, who's calling you a clone, who's calling you a copycat. Just do what you do and do it the best. And when you're beginning, like don't pay attention to the numbers, man. I know it's like, well, we just went through all of this information and you're telling me don't pay attention to the numbers. Don't pay attention to the analytics. Don't pay attention to it. It's going to drive you crazy. Like, I wasn't glad for the reason I was out. You know what I'm saying? But God does all things well. All things work together. So I'm grateful that I had the time to recalibrate and come back to FragCom and bring something fresh, not just to the community, but to myself. And I hope you all have recognized that. Ruben talked about this on IG. There are a lot of people that have been talking about this. House of Colossus talked about this. It's like, I want to get back to the love of the game. That's why I loved Kobe so much, man, because, and I have respect for KD. Because one thing about people hate KD and his leadership approach, but KD, I just want to play basketball. Y'all can argue all of this other stuff. I don't care nothing about that. I just want to play basketball, man. And so I just want to talk about fragrance. I want to have fun doing it. I want to, you know, have the bands going crazy in the intro. Like when I used to go live on my other channel, I used to have dance breaks, you know, like I want to incorporate a lot of different things, man. I told y'all, I want to be the Netflix of FragCom. That's it. So I want you to have reviews. I want you to have reviews on all levels of things. I want you to like go on to Netflix. We got comedy, we got crime, we got romance. We got fiction, we got nonfiction. I want you to be able to get all of those different, because those are the things that I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps it fun for me. That's what makes it exciting for me. That's what makes me keep going live. Because, you know, I went live for a minute and then I stopped going live, and it was all review. But this is where I can be me. And that's not to say when I'm doing an actual review or something like that, I'm not being me, but this is where I really just kind of sit back. I can chop it up with y'all. I can talk to y'all. We can shoot the breeze. And, cause like everything don't have to be about fragrance. And so as you see me pull in some more content, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you in full transparency, I'm going to start incorporating more. Hold on. What does my channel say? My channel says, if you go to look at my channel in the about, it says my channel description, your favorite fat boy showing you how to finesse fragrance, fashion, food, fun, and a whole lot more. This is a lifestyle channel, so you can expect a variety of content. This is the last piece of game I'm gonna give you. That was a desire I had when I started out the channel. I posted the first videos in October of 2022. I started doing more work, video work, so I went back to my other channel. I did not post any more content until end of July, August 2024. And we went from, I think what made me post a video was I was like, dang, I got 100 subscribers on this channel. I said, let me go see what's up. And we went from 100 subs around August, end of July, August 2024, to now being at 16.6K. On track to hit 20K if God willing before the end of the year. And you think I'm gonna argue with somebody over somebody lying? I don't have time, bro. I'm focused. So in full transparency, I'm gonna give you last bit of game, $1 million worth of game. I'm gonna start to bring in some other pieces of content. We're not pivoting. We're not shifting gears. It's all still gonna be built around fragrance. So I had some companies reach out. I'm telling y'all now, I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. I always tell y'all that. I had a couple of companies reach out to me, send me some products. And I have people reach out to me all the time. I'm like, nah, I don't do that. I'm not reviewing that on the channel. But these things in particular, I was like, oh, that'd be dope. My audience will appreciate that. And I'm gonna make it make sense for y'all. And it's still gonna be built around me. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be authentic. So it's not gonna be like, wait, what is Walt doing? No, it's gonna make sense. And so for those of you who are trying to figure out how to introduce new types of content to the channel, this is why I'm big on playlist. All right. That's why I want to be the Netflix of Fragcom. This is why I'm big on playlist. So you don't necessarily have to create an entirely different channel, but there is a way, unless you're just changing gears completely, but there is a way to introduce. Appreciate that. Subscribe, Jalen or Jaleen. There is a way to introduce new types of content, new levels of content. I do look good in this shirt though. I'm sorry. There is a way to introduce new types of content and still remain true to your audience, because you do not want to abandon your core audience and the people who have been rocking with you for the sake of opportunity. All money ain't good money, and these are not paid reviews. So let's just get that straight. They didn't pay me for anything. Yeah, so these are more so kind of be ad based or whatever. So if you see me go live and you see a quote unquote commercial drop, if you see me do a video and you see an ad and you be like, did Google send me that, or did Walt just put that in there? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know it's me because you can't skip it. It's gonna be part of the video. I'm just telling y'all that as a heads up. You know, and I'm grateful for those things. Call me a shield, call me whatever. I don't care. I ain't paying attention to that mess, man. Whatever. I'm blessed. You know, and every day I thank God for the opportunity, because I'm like, I didn't expect this. This is not what I expected when I started with this. And so that's what we on, man. That's what we on. My guy, what's good with you? Damo, what's good with you? When is the new see? We go. See. I don't even know if he was being funny, but he had to go. Yeah. All right, y'all. Your birthday is the same as my daughter. She's in the Air Force. That's what's up. Okay. Virtue, your birthday. Okay. See, I knew it was the reason I liked you, Jason. Shout out to all the Virgos in the building, man. Who said I'm gonna pull out? Wait a minute. Yeah, where's Charm City at? Where's Charm City at, yo? I appreciate y'all. Where's Charm? That's what I was talking about earlier, Charm. Hey, we need these background. Hey, bro. Yo, it's been a minute, David, man. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, man. Hope all is well. Hope all is well, bro. Bro, you introduced me to Ecamm Live and now had me purchasing multiple bottles of Lattafa. See, that is the perfect example. David used to rock with me on, not like he doesn't anymore, but David was a part of my community on my other channel. That is the perfect exclamation mark on tonight. I appreciate that. So you know exactly what I'm talking about is no lie. So if y'all want to know if I'm being true to myself, hit David up and ask him. because David was here on the other channel. I'm doing the same thing on this channel. Appreciate, oh, y'all coming through with the super chats, fam. Appreciate that. Glad to be, I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. For sure. Got that man to buy Ecamm Live and now have me purchase and bought. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Ecamm, boy. Hey, Marquise Murray. Nautical Voyage Intense. Y'all see that flex, right? Y'all see that flex, right? Come on, John. Y'all see that flex, right? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Marquise Murray, whatever. M-A-R. Matter of fact, I'll just do this. Go search for, that's his name right there. Hey, appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that. Novice enough. I need to look into Ecamm. My cam ain't bad, but I definitely need a new streaming platform. Hey, bro, holla at me. Ecamm has paid. Ecamm is how I got all this stuff. Ecamm just allows me. Ecamm allows me to just. So y'all know, like, I just did like a version of like a live masterclass, right? So imagine what an actual masterclass would look like. Guess what I've done, bro? That's why I don't be, you know what I'm saying? This guy right here, bro. I'm about to holler at you when I hop off, bro. That is hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. Bro. And the only reason I have not ordered it yet is because I'm like, yes, it's on Apple Music. That's literally what I'm listening to right now. Yeah, it's on Apple Music, fam. He's on Spotify as well and on YouTube, but yeah, check him out. Fire. Hey, hugely slept on. I can see that. I just actually picked this up and smelled it the other day. It's been a minute since I had smelled that. Soprano Fury, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and like I said, for those of you that missed the beginning, we got in that Soprano Vivid. Man. Yeah, bro. That Soprano Vivid. It's good. It's like that. It's like Raban JPG. It's like Lamel Elixir. It's like Lamel Elixir with some Paca Rabanne going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, bro, like $15. Like you ain't got to pay $1,500 to smell good. To smell good. All right, y'all. I gotta go. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been rocking with your boy. Y'all held in with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, smash that subscribe. And if you want to see more content like this, go get it, Dane. Go get it. If you want to see more content like this, let me know. I will create an entirely, I'm doing it on the podcast, but I will create an entirely separate playlist just to devote this kind of content to y'all. If y'all want to see more content like this, you know what I'm saying? Just holler at me. Let me know. But until next time, y'all be easy. Video dropping tomorrow. I don't even know what it's going to be on. I might record it now. I got like a list of 10 that I could, figure out. But yeah, I'm not going to watch it. I know he has it, but I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to watch because I do not want to be swayed. That's another thing as a content creator, as a fragrance reviewer. Try not to watch other people's content before you put something out, just so you don't be influenced. Nonetheless, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, hit that like button on your way out. I'm really loving this mutt that Southern did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out on that. Take your time. What's the rush? Y'all be easy, fam. They gonna trip when they hear this.
This guy. Nah, it ain't Jada. It's Fat Boy, but you can call me Wall.
I definitely said I was gonna play that Southern, but we can play this too.
That boy crazy. Call me Mr. Elixir. My nose is something sinister. I'm stone cold like a tombstone. I'm a finisher. Finisher. A fragrance that a finisher. Preaching about these oils like they holy. I'm a minister. Trying to set the record straight. Curve is the real king. Still got love for grease. Savage made them girls free. Can't forget that 1 million got me feeling real lucky. Call me Fat Boy, but don't test me. It can get ugly. I'm trying to find a new cologne. I don't really know where to go. That boy out here singing, boy. Crazy work. Hey, get him again, Fat Boy. I'm a real fragrance reviewer, from niche to designers. You can never clone Fat Boy. I know that's right. I'm rocking with the Czar and my homegirls, the oil lady. Paris, Milan.
Hey, yo, appreciate that, Gator.
Renaissance man, though I never been to Harlem.
Appreciate you finding it in your heart. Appreciate that.
Belling out the game, but don't call me a savior. Casting out these phonies, call me a demon slayer. In the words of my brother Dedrick Hicks, positive vibes only.